Ladies and gentlemen, feast your eyes on the best looking t-shirt money can buy. Get Off My TV version 2. Now including Big Show, Kane, Ryback, and the Black Sheep, Braun Strowman. Available now for $19.99. ProWrestlingTees.com/offthescript. Go get yours today and join the revolution. Join the movement and wear it with pride every single Monday night during Monday Night Raw. Get Off My TV. Once again, now available through my online shop at ProWrestlingTees.com/offthescript. What is going on, guys? JD from New York. What the fuck, dude? Seriously. That's a lot better. I'd like to challenge Roman Reigns to a wrestling match as soon as he learns how to. Is number 108, part number 2 of the number 1 fucking source right here on YouTube.com for everything WWE. This is Off the Script, the number 1 fucking wrestling podcast in your subscription boxes, man. Thank you guys so much. And to Johnny Mundo, who called out Roman Reigns for the simple fact that he can't wrestle. Roman Reigns can wrestle, but Johnny Mundo does have a point. Tough to argue. Tough to argue, bro. I loved it. Figured I'd start the show off with that. But thank you guys so much for joining me on Off the Script this Saturday for March... What's today? Today's the 11th, Friday, 12th. March 12th. I don't even know what fucking day I'm in, bro. Jesus fucking Christ. March 12th, 2016. Thank you guys so much. We got a lot to go over. Seth Rollins' return revealed back to the WWE. I'll fill you guys in on that. I got a bunch of other shit we'll go over. We got news on Ryback and Titus O'Neil and the New Day and just a bunch of shit we're going to go over. So make sure you guys keep it right here. If you missed Off the Script yesterday for part 1 where we talk about the big story of Vince McMahon disliking NXT. Is it true? Is it false? It's definitely a talking point. So if you guys missed that, make sure you guys go check that out. It'll be down in the description below. Off the Script, number 108, part 1 for yesterday, Friday. So make sure you guys go check that out as soon as you're done watching this video, as always. Let me get this out of the way, guys. The voting is on till Tuesday. Pico, 210, my buddy Pico, is in a contest, and all you need to know is that it's going to change his life. His life's going to be turned upside down. He's going to be given something that he truly deserves. So what I want you guys to do, just like you guys overwhelmingly did yesterday, tweeting him and voting for him, I'm going to leave you the link down below at the very top of the description. Make sure you guys go and vote for Pico. All you got to do is sign up to this website and vote for Pico, man. His first name is Jason. Last name is spelled P-I-C-O-N. So make sure you guys are voting for the correct Jason. And please make sure to show some support to Pico. I think we're going to do a good job. And I think we're actually going to get him as the winner of this contest, man. So good luck to Pico. Continue to vote. I'm going to mention it again tomorrow on Off the Script for Sunday. So make sure you guys go check that out as always, okay? So vote for Pico. Also, ProWrestlingTees.com/offthescript. The t-shirts are selling like fucking crazy, bro. You guys are absolutely killing it with the purchases of the t-shirt. I can't really express how grateful I am. I'm glad you guys love the shirt. I'm glad you guys love the design, and I'm glad you guys are buying the shirts pretty much to support the movement of Get Off My TV. It's something that really, really is important to me that I can get that out there, and it's just awesome that you guys are loving the T-shirt. So thank you guys to thank those who bought the T-shirts. ProWrestlingTees.com/Off The Script. They ship all over the place, $19.99 in the United States, internationally, all shapes and sizes. Make sure you guys go check that out. iTunes, Stitcher Radio, AudioBoom, and PodBean. Off the Script on iTunes. Make sure you guys go check that out. Subscribe to the channel. Make sure you guys are leaving a 5-star rating. As always, greatly helps out the podcast. I love reading the feedback, and it also gets Off the Script higher in the rankings, man. We've been trending new and newsworthy on iTunes, so make sure you guys keep that up. New episode will be going up on Sunday, and each and every Sunday, a new episode on iTunes will be available. WrestleCrate, I'll have mine tomorrow on Sunday. Make sure you guys go check that out, WrestleCrate.com, and on Twitter at WrestleCrates. The code JD sent me is still working, so make sure if you guys want to go subscribe to that, it's delivered to your front door each and every month. Instant 10% off with JD sent me. And I was supposed to have Juicy Steen on the show this weekend for his Roadblock, or AKA Cockblock, preview and predictions, but I don't know what happened to Juicy. I got to reach out to him. I might have him on Sunday as he recaps the show right here on Off the Script for you guys, so I'll reach out to him. But if you guys want to go subscribe to Juicy, we're trying to get him to 2,000 subscribers on YouTube. Make sure you guys go check him out. He'll be linked down in the description below. As always, that is all my important information before the video. Thank you guys for listening to me. Now let's get on to the news story, man. Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins will return to WWE before Summerslam. That is the date. That is the event. Summerslam in Brooklyn, New York at the Barclays Center. Back in early November, former WWE World Heavyweight Champion Seth Rollins suffered a significant knee injury that will continue to keep him out of the ring for 6 to 9 months. However, it was recently reported that Rollins' recovery was ahead of schedule, and he would be returning to WWE sooner than expected. As great as the news sounds, there wasn't a specific date for his return until now. According to the Inquisitor.com, a lot of people, the Inquisitor's really stepping up their game, man. I don't know how factual they are, but I love the wrestling news and rumors that they deliver. It's very nice to look at. And the Inquisitor.com is reporting that Seth Rollins is confirmed for SummerSlam this year. While that's not breaking news, since that was genuinely assumed by many in the wrestling industry, we know that there won't be any setbacks, and Rollins will continue to work his best to get back even sooner than SummerSlam, and we'll be back on WWE programming by the summer. That is the target, the time frame for Seth Rollins to come back to the WWE. The fact is that he won't be the only one to return at that. Cesaro, John Cena, Randy Orton will all most likely be healed by then and will be a part of SummerSlam. The question is what Rollins will be doing at the event, since he's sworn to return and reclaim the WWE Championship that he never lost. So that's going to be interesting how they propel him back into the main event scene for WWE, and who's going to be the champion by that time. We really don't know what's going to happen with the WWE Championship. We don't know if WWE is going to call an audible. We don't know if they're really going to stick to their guns with Roman Reigns. But it would be a decent main event if Seth Rollins comes back and Roman Reigns is the champion, and we get Roman Reigns versus Seth Rollins for the WWE Championship at SummerSlam. Triple H could be thrusted into a program with Seth Rollins, being that wasn't really rectified. That wasn't concluded. Seth Rollins and the Authority, they could always revisit that. That could be a great headlining gig for Seth Rollins at SummerSlam against Triple H. That'll be a nice match on the card. So we really don't know how they're going to utilize him and how they're going to reintroduce him to the WWE. The question is what Rollins will be doing at the event, since he's sworn to return and reclaim the WWE Championship. The expectation that Roman Reigns will still be the WWE Champion by SummerSlam. So we could easily book Roman Reigns versus Seth Rollins for the biggest show of the summer. However, the possibility for us to finally see Rollins versus Triple H at SummerSlam is another big money match that may be too good to pass up, considering the dynamic between them hasn't been resolved either. So there you have it. Seth Rollins will return to the WWE before SummerSlam. That is the target time frame for his return. And WWE, I'm telling you this right now, should not rush any of these guys back. Cena, they should not rush Cesaro. They should not rush Seth Rollins back. You don't want any setbacks for this whatsoever. And the damage has been done, to be honest with you. The damage has been done with the injuries. You really can't do anything as far as making the product better. So don't rush these guys back. Rushing them back and getting them on TV isn't really going to prove a point at this moment in time. Get them back when they're fully healthy, 100%, and they are fully cleared to go. And at that point, then start building your product to be better than what it is now. That's just my opinion on that. Same goes for Cena. That's what WWE's mentality was for Cena. They could easily have said, you know what, Cena, go out there at WrestleMania and go one-on-one with The Undertaker. But WWE's making a wise business move by not putting John Cena in a ring, well before he's actually due back. Cena's probably going to make a return around the same time as SummerSlam, just like Seth Rollins. Cesaro is scheduled, I'm hearing, to be back by May. Now, Cesaro is a funny situation because Cesaro was on the verge of being pushed with all the injuries that happened to the WWE, and he decided to get shoulder surgery. So he was out, and we don't know how he's going to be received upon return to the WWE. We don't know if the WWE is going to resume his push. We don't know if he's going to start at the bottom of the barrel and have to work himself up again. He's one of the IWC favorites, so I don't know how WWE is going to handle that. I could easily see Cesaro winning Money in the Bank this year. I could easily see Cesaro in the main event. I know there was rumors that Cesaro might be going one-on-one with AJ Styles. With Sami Zayn on the main roster now, we got Sami Zayn and Cesaro. Cesaro could be challenging Kevin Owens for the IC title. All I know is Cesaro needs to come back and grab those brass rings that everybody says Vince McMahon dangles over all the WWE superstars. That's what needs to happen. So that is what's going on. As for Randy Orton, I don't have any news on Randy Orton. I haven't heard anything about Randy Orton. I really couldn't give a flying fuck if Randy Orton comes back to the main roster. He is a big name, yes, but every time Randy Orton is on WWE TV, he starts out like a house on fire, and then all of a sudden, his character just becomes stale. So I enjoyed when he turned heel, and then quickly, just as fast as that happened, he just became very, very stale. And the build-up with the Seth Rollins match last year at WrestleMania really didn't live up to what I expected it to be. But Seth Rollins is due back, and he will be at SummerSlam. Everybody else, the Ortons, the Cenas, the Cesaros, they will fall right in line, all in due time. So be patient. We are going to get all of our favorites, except for Cena, I know you guys, except for Cena, back in the WWE. What does WWE have planned for Kevin Owens versus Sami Zayn? This week on Monday Night Raw saw the return or the re-debut of Sami Zayn onto the WWE main roster. This transition to Raw and SmackDown has been rumored for quite some time now, but it's still a great surprise to see him after all these months, especially after the injuries and the surgery, and see him enter the arena and go after Kevin Owens. Not the ideal situation that I would have planned for these two, but it still works after everything Sami Zayn has been through. There's no doubt after this week that Sami Zayn will be involved with WrestleMania 32 in Dallas. However, it may appear that WWE is headed towards a singles match between Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens. According to the Wrestling Observer newsletter, paid subscription, that match is not likely for WrestleMania in less than 3 weeks. The rumored multi-man ladder match for Owens' Intercontinental title is still the most likely situation and match for the grandest stage of them all. But there is no question that Zayn will be involved, and he may even end up leaving Dallas, the new WWE Intercontinental Champion. That seems like a bad idea on paper, but what better way to gain revenge over Owens than take his title and his moment at his first WrestleMania? The win will also establish Zayn as a major player on the main roster, and more importantly, it'll set up Zayn versus Owens for post-WrestleMania and probably last through SummerSlam if we are lucky. I don't agree with that at all, okay? Now, the WWE is in a very sticky situation here, and I'm going to explain this the best that I can. Sami Zayn is going against Nakamura at NXT Dallas. More than likely, 100%, I should say, he is destined to lose that match. There's no way Nakamura is losing his first WWE match. Sami Zayn already going into WrestleMania weekend, going to be on the losing end. if you look at it this way, if you book Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens for the Intercontinental Championship, yeah, you could easily have Sami Zayn win the Intercontinental Championship. But as a wrestling fan who's seen the biggest underdog story in the history of the WWE in Daniel Bryan. Yes, there was emotions running up and down, left and right, all over the place when Daniel Bryan did not get what we all thought he deserved, and that was the WWE Championship. But when that moment finally happened, what happened? We were all ecstatic. We were all happy to see Daniel Bryan, the WWE Champion. The man deserved it after everything he's been through the people saying that he's too small, he'll never make it, he's a goat face, blah, blah, blah. He don't have the look and appeal to be a WWE face of the company, world champion, all that shit, right? We ended up fucking celebrating and admiring and being a part of one of the best underdog stories in WWE. Now, you look at Sami Zayn, and yeah, you could easily give him the Intercontinental title at WrestleMania, but you gotta book this like you did Daniel Bryan. Daniel Bryan was the face chasing the heel, and when he finally got his moment in the sun, it was an absolute amazing moment. Okay? Same thing with Sami Zayn. If you give Sami Zayn the Intercontinental title now, right? If you give him the Intercontinental title at WrestleMania, what fun is that? You know? What fun is the chase? You already had him conquer the fucking one guy who's gotten under his skin all these years, dating back to Ring of Honor. Guy put him on the shelf. You're going to have Sami Zayn come in with absolutely little to no build and take the Intercontinental title from Kevin Owens? That's not the way you do things, man. Kevin Owens, no matter if they book this match, Kevin Owens needs to win. So this is why I think they won't book the match, and they'll book the multi-man match, so it'll make both Zayn and Owens look good. And if Sami Zayn doesn't get the IC title, it won't be that diminishing on Sami Zayn. So that's why I think they might go, because if you book Sami Zayn in a match with Kevin Owens and you have him lose at WrestleMania and then the night before at TakeOver Dallas against Nakamura, that's not going to look good for Sami Zayn. It's not. So what I think that they're going to do, and I think the most logical way for WWE to do this, is book the six-man match, book the ladder match, make both men look good. Sami Zayn doesn't get the win, but looks impressive at his first WrestleMania. Kevin Owens escapes WrestleMania with the title, and this feud continues till SummerSlam. Kevin Owens is the one with the championship. Sami Zayn is the one chasing. And at SummerSlam in Brooklyn, in front of a hot New York City crowd, Sami Zayn captures the Intercontinental Championship. That's the best way to do this. I know I've been lobbying for a Kevin Owens versus Sami Zayn match, but you got to look at it through the wrestling fans' eyes. What do you want? You want Sami Zayn to get instant gratification, or do you want to be or do you want to get the satisfaction and enjoy a chase from Sami Zayn chasing that Intercontinental Championship? I'd rather have the second option, to be honest with you. So that's why I think they're going with the ladder match, and I think the ladder match, after thinking about it, might be the best idea for both guys. So that's what WWE has planned for both Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. Look forward to seeing more of these two battling over the IC title, and I think that's going to be great, not only for the belt, but for both guys as well. Ryback getting a huge push at the world title after WrestleMania. Please, someone hang me with the noose and fucking strangle me. I don't believe it. Ryback hasn't been involved with the WWE Championship since post-Mania 2013. The night after WrestleMania 29 on Raw, Ryback attacked John Cena and turned heel. But he failed to win the title, and he ended up floating around until last year. Last year, Ryback was the Intercontinental Champion, one of the worst champions of all time, for a few months before dropping it to Kevin Owens, which was the right decision, goons. And he's been floating around as a face ever since. That was up until a few weeks ago, when he abandoned Kane and Big Show during a tag team match for a heel turn, and that was it. That was it. He walked out, and that was the supposed heel turn for Ryback, saying that the spotlight should be on him. He's tired of being in tag teams. It's all about him. Yada, yada, yada. Since then, he's been working WWE live events as a face and as a heel. It seems like WWE is trying to figure out a new direction for Ryback, and their plans are apparently going to push him towards the WWE Championship after WrestleMania. According to CageSideSeats.com, WWE is planning a potential push for Ryback as a heel after WrestleMania, and he'll be involved in a feud with Roman Reigns or Dean Ambrose for the WWE Championship in the spring. Honestly, Ryback hasn't been involved in the WWE World title picture for quite some time, and although he doesn't have a ton of momentum at the moment, he's a fresh face in the title hunt. I don't give a shit. That is one of the worst fucking ideas of all time. This man barely gets a reaction against Adam Rose or Curtis Axel. You're going to put him in there against a Roman Reigns or Dean Ambrose, he will fail even more miserably. Please, save everyone in the WWE universe. Save the creative writers from fucking penning and scripting this garbage. Nobody wants to see this shit. If you are the one booking Ryback for a world title shot and a feud with either Roman Reigns or Dean Ambrose, this is what is called a pen, folks. This is what's called a pen. You will be revoked from ever using this again in any wrestling company as far as I am concerned. You should be blacklisted from even picking up one of these to fucking write anything for any promotion in the United States and overseas. That is one of the worst fucking ideas of all time. Okay, he hasn't been involved in a world title picture. Nobody wants to see him in the world title picture. He was the Intercontinental Champion, and WWE gave him a shot at holding that belt, and he didn't do absolutely anything for it. He's not going to do anything as a challenger, let alone a fucking champion in the mid-card for the WWE Championship. Fuck that idea right out of the gate, man. That is absolutely 1,000% atrocious. Honestly, Ryback hasn't been involved in the WWE Championship. He doesn't have a ton of momentum. But they're talking about putting him with Kalisto now. There's two different reports, conflicting reports. One says for the WWE Championship. The other says for the United States Championship. Ryback versus Kalisto is rumored to be happening at WrestleMania. Kalisto will be defending his United States title against Ryback and Alberto Del Rio at upcoming WWE live events. Del Rio will not be challenging Kalisto for the title at WrestleMania 32. Thank God. With Ryback wrestling Kalisto at upcoming live events and being pushed heavily lately on WWE television, he is rumored to challenge for the United States title at WrestleMania. WrestleMania 32 will take place on April 3rd, 2016 at AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. Blah, blah, blah. It will be the third pay-per-view of 2016 that will air on the WWE Network and some traditional pay-per-view outlets. Well, if I was booking WrestleMania, Ryback wouldn't even be on the card. Kalisto would be going one-on-one with Neville, and that's the way WWE should have booked the United States Championship. I mean, the United States Championship is meaningless right now. I mean, you gave it to Kalisto, who you're not even featuring and pushing and making seem important. Why did you even give him the fucking title? To see Kalisto go one-on-one with Ryback, nobody wants to see that. You know, Kalisto has no momentum. Ryback has no momentum. You're putting two guys with absolutely no momentum in a match at WrestleMania in front of 100,000 people who couldn't give two shits about this match. Instead, you could have gave us Kalisto versus someone we actually want to see and care about in Neville, and they would have easily gave us 15 to 20 minutes of a classic match. Two guys, the same size, the same move set, similar style. You could have put those two guys at WrestleMania for the United States Championship, and all will be good. You would have had another match that people would actually want to see and be interested to see at WrestleMania. You're going to book Kalisto versus Ryback. That will be a fucking sleep fest. People will be rushing to the fucking concession stands to go buy a fucking New Day t-shirt, a fucking John Cena t-shirt. They'll be buying fucking $16 Budweisers at Arlington Stadium. I'd rather spend fucking $16 on a fucking piss-warm Corona and drink that shit, chug it down, than fucking watch Ryback and Kalisto for 15 minutes. Fuck that. And I hate Corona, motherfucker. This is an absolute shit show as far as Ryback goes. Doesn't belong at WrestleMania, has no momentum whatsoever, and has no momentum for a WWE Championship feud, let alone a world title. You're going to put him in the U.S. title feud? That is a mistake waiting to happen, and God forbid, I know WWE is this stupid, they'll take the title off Kalisto and put it on Ryback, and there would be no reversing this. Absolutely dead in the water. This title will be fucking gone and forgotten on Ryback. The days of John Cena in the U.S. title open are long gone if Ryback fucking has his way with the United States Championship. I will tell you that. And yes, there was another report but you guys know about that. Kalisto expected to defend U.S. title against Ryback at WrestleMania. Several outlets are reporting it, so get ready, folks. It's probably going to happen, especially after that promo Ryback cut on Monday Night Raw. Nobody knows to this day what he talked about. They gave him 7 minutes, but they couldn't give Kevin Owens and Neville on Monday Night Raw the extra 7 minutes to give me a great fucking television match. Screw you, WWE. And finally, guys, to end this week's Off the Script Part 2, WWE could be bringing back the WWE Women's Tag Team Championship. Story making the rounds this week on the internet. Several months ago, we had the idea of bringing back the WWE Women's Tag Team Championship to the company's programming. As it turns out, we weren't first or the only ones to have this idea, and it's catching fire very quickly within the wrestling world. This is actually taken from WrestlingRumors.net. So they were the ones, talking about bringing this back in one of their news articles, and right now it's catching wind on the internet. So much that the WWE, or a WWE fan, asked Triple H during this past weekend's Arnold Classic if the titles were being brought back. Sure, the answer given by the game was a very anything is possible kind of answer, but we even have evidence that the concept has reached him, and the possibility of there being a WWE tag team or a secondary title for the Divas division is more likely now than it ever was before. There is a lot of talent within the Divas division right now. Many of them are left with little to do on WWE television or nothing to do at all because they're not being featured due to there being only one championship in the division. On paper, that increases the competition and makes it a very valuable title. In reality, it allows WWE to only truly push one woman at a time, and the rest are left to scramble for whatever momentum they're lucky to get on the side. A mid-card title in the Divas division would be a very good thing for it, and allow 2 or even 3 women to have something to fight for in the division while you have a main program battling over the WWE Divas Championship. But a Women's Tag Team Championship would get at least 4 women involved in a title hunt and give the division a lot more depth. I don't like this at all, just like I didn't like the brand split. This is not the way to go. We do not need more titles in WWE. We don't, especially in the women's division. WWE has not featured any other woman besides Brie Bella, Tamina, Naomi, never mind Tamina. Tamina hardly is in the ring at all. Brie Bella, Naomi, Sasha Banks, Becky Lynch, and Charlotte. Paige is sporadically here and there, but she's mainly with Total Divas because they're building towards episode after episode after episode, and you know Kevin Dunn has to get his Total Divas segment on Monday Night Raw, which is just fucking cringeworthy to everybody. WWE doesn't have enough women on the roster, enough worthy women, that is, to have another secondary title in the division. Worry about one title for now. When you get the opportunity to promote an Asuka, or I should say demote an Asuka, a Bayley, and Emma, and whoever else is down in NXT. Once they make the jump to the main roster, then it could be a possibility. When Nikki Bella comes back, you got to utilize Natty, utilize Paige, utilize Alicia Fox, utilize Tamina. At that point, you could probably have a tag team division, but WWE hardly uses any of these women. I mean, you feature 2 or 3 women in the main title hunt in the division, and that's all you do. That's all you do because that's all they have, and that's all they care to feature. WWE has separated divas from the actual women like Sasha Banks, Becky Lynch, and Charlotte. And then you got the Total Divas, Natty, Brie, you got, what's her name? Fucking Alicia Fox. You got Eva Marie. You got all those Total Divas and Nikki Bella. You got all those Total Divas, and then you got the women who can actually wrestle. So WWE is to blame here. They differentiated the entire fucking roster. You got Total Divas, and 6 months out of the year, they're building towards program after program on E! Network. And then you got the actual women who are on Monday Night Raw that aren't the Total Divas. So I don't understand why WWE would even want to bring back a tag team championship for the women's division. You really don't need it, you know? WWE should have, and this is the one idea from Jim Ross that I absolutely loved. You should have a ranking system, not only for the women, but for the mid-card and the main event guys. A fucking ranking system. That way, we can see who's better than who deserves a championship match, who needs to go against who to move up in the rankings, just like how I do on WWE Universe mode. You know, I utilize the rankings to build my matches week after week, show after show, leading to pay-per-views. WWE, the last thing that they need is another championship, because it would only be wasted. The IC title means nothing. The US title means nothing. The tag team championships mean nothing. You mean to tell me you're going to give WWE another championship when they can barely even fucking handle the ones they have on the roster right now on television? Absolute mistake. I'm not saying this couldn't work, but the WWE really needs to be invested in getting women on the roster they're going to use week after week on Raw and SmackDown to make this worthy, to make this idea a good one. So I don't see it right now, not when you're using 3 fucking divas on the road to WrestleMania and everybody else is scratching and clawing for TV time because of Total Divas. Not a good idea. I don't like it. WWE really should think about what they're doing as far as the women go and featuring them on TV. You guys know how I feel about Total Divas. I don't like it. I think the show needs to go. I don't give a shit if it ushers in a new audience or not. The ratings don't really reflect that, so it really isn't doing anything at all. It just makes the women more of an embarrassment on TV, because that shit that we see on the E! Network filters over to Monday Night Raw, and I fucking rush to my TV remote to change the channel because I can't fucking stand that shit, bro. I really can't. Paige, there's rumors about people saying that she's a sellout from when she first debuted in NXT to when she won the title against AJ Lee on our first night on Monday Night Raw. Now look at her, man. Totally not the same. You guys may love Paige. You guys think she's great in the ring, but she's not the Paige that I remember down at NXT, man. Yeah, this Total Diva shit has got to go. WWE needs to utilize Naomi. She's a great talent. She's great in the ring. Surprisingly, she's got a great look. I like her heel persona. They got to utilize Tamina a lot more. They got to utilize Natty. The WWE has so much talent on the roster, and they don't utilize, especially for the women. They don't utilize it. I don't understand why WWE refuses to put meaningful storylines and meaningful matches on Monday Night Raw when it comes to the women. Even Sasha Banks and Becky Lynch and Charlotte have been fucking scaled back. Let the women go. People want to see women wrestling. That is evident as in NXT. When Asuka and Bayley go at it one-on-one at NXT TakeOver, that arena is going to explode. Believe me, WWE really needs to just focus on a division at a time and make sure it's right. Once one is right, move on to the next one. Every division in the WWE, the mid-card, U.S. title, IC title, tag team title, and the women's division really, really need tender love and care, because I honestly think WWE doesn't give enough time and effort to building these divisions and the championships that are a vital part of them. That's just my opinion on that. And that's Off the Script, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. This is episode 108, part number 2. I'll be back with more news on Sunday for part number 3. And it's not out of the realm of possibility that I could have a part 4 on Monday. So I'll keep you guys up to date on that. Please make sure you guys vote for Pico210 down below. If you missed Off the Script yesterday, go check that out. Link is down below. I might have Juicy Steen on the channel tomorrow, so look forward to that. Until then, guys, this is JD. Thank you guys so much for watching Off the Script, the #1 source right here on YouTube.com for everything WWE. And I'll be back on Sunday morning, guys. Until then, take care. Hit that thumbs up. Leave me a comment down below. And I'll see you all on Sunday morning.